As the old saying goes, it's the eye of the master that fattens the cattle. In Portuguese, we say, Olho do Dono. When managing a livestock farm, to monitor the weight of the cattle is crucial. Weight indicates the cow's health, genetic evolution, right time to sell, and the financial value of livestock. To summarize it, more weight, more money. Currently, obtaining weight information is labor-intensive, time-consuming, and expensive, so it's rarely obtained. Worse, weaning the cow is stressful for the animal, can lead to injuries, and the cow loses weight. Less weight, less money. Olho do Dono provides unprecedented insight into livestock management. Our proprietary software uses a portable 3D camera to estimate the weight of the cattle, allowing farmers to monitor weight variation frequently at a stress-free manner for the cow, and at a rate that is 10 times faster than the traditional process. With access to this data, farmers know when to sell, change feed and supplement, treat sick cows, prescribes the right amount of medicine, identify the best genetics for the next purchase. We help farmers to grow their bottom lines. Using our solution is simple. The farmer just places the 3D camera where the cattle naturally pass. Our software identifies and records each time the animal passes. Back at the office, farmers can see our dashboard with recommendations on how to optimize weight gain and profitability. Let's see how it works. We just press the start button, and as the animal passes, can be in this speed, it starts records. After our animals has passed, we press the wait button. At this time, our proprietary technology does all the process automatically. We are going to see a pre-processed animal. As we can see, it has 249 kilos. We can click in each frame to see that speed wasn't a problem at all. We can click on the dashboard to see recommendations and the animals that are ready to sell, the ones that needs attention, that may be sick, the ones that are gaining less weight they should. We can see individuals and group comparing lots and supplement provided. Back to presentation, please. Our software has been developed over a 4-year time frame, combining computer vision, data science, and machine learning, using the more than 150 3D images we collected in 5 Brazilian states of over 15,000 cows whose weight was measured using a traditional scale. We compare this weight with our AY weight to validate our MVP. About competition, apps like AgroNinja and PesaFácil, they need the animal to stand still perpendicular to the camera, and they require users to take pictures of each animal and then fit each image in predefined shapes. So they are only suitable for small farms. Olho do Dono works automatically as the cow passes in front of it. So we work for all size farms. Passage scale competitors are expensive to install, and one scale must be installed in every place that the cattle stays. These companies charge between 7,000 reais to 25,000 reais each scale, and they charge also from 2 to 5 reais per animal month. Olho do Dono is portable. The 3D camera costs around 3,000 reais, and we charge 1 real per animal month. Our platform also gives recommendations on products that can optimize weight gain, and we make a commission fee on that. The Brazilian initial market for Olho do Dono is at 1.2 billion reais yearly. Brazil has the second largest herd in the world with 220 million heads of cow. After Brazil, we are going to expand to Latin America, European Union, United States, Australia, and others. Today is our official public launch. We already have successful paid betas with 2 major companies from the agriculture industry. And more than 90 farmers, cattle farmers, has contacted us, wanted to use and learning more about the product. Our core team is made up of specialists in computer science, machine learning, and data mining, and data science, with a 50-plus years combined experience. We also have complementary mentors in farming, in statistics, zootechny, and medicine veterinary. Let's increase the beef cattle productivity and profitability while maintaining the well-being of the cow. Let's use Olho do Dono. Thank you.
Judges.
Very, very, very interesting. I have a question. A few years ago, it was a very big issue where the beef was coming from, the origin of the beef. And more regulation is tightening up in that sense, especially because of the sanitary borders and so forth. Could you talk a little bit about how your technology could help that? And I'd like to understand specifically, you put something in the cow to identify them. When the image reads that cow going through, does that cow have an ID number? And how far can you trace that?
Yes. The way to do it automatically is with an RFID ear tag. And the ones that we are using actually is UHF, and it's 3 to 5 meters, so it's okay for the distance. And this helps with this traceability. There is a Brazilian program called Sysbov that does it. But if the farmer doesn't have any ear tag and doesn't want to put it right away, we validate this information. If the group tracking is enough for them to optimize the profitability, because the lots are separated with the similarities about age, gender, and everything. So if you put the same lot in a place and they are not gaining weight daily, you can change all the pasture or the supplement. You can do it right away, because nowadays they only weigh cows twice a year when there is the vaccination time.
Got it.
Are you planning to develop more products in the future? And if so, which are those?
Well, we are just launching now, and we are really focused on the cow industry. But it's really easy to adapt to the pig, to horses and poultry, sheep. So it's our natural next step. Since the thing that took us the most time to do it was all the computer vision processing. So it worked already for the other animals. We are launching this, and then we are going to other industries. And also, we've been contacted already by this type of industry wanting to work this expansion. About the roadmap, still in this product, our next step after launch is to say the body weight condition, the body score condition. They use this in a lot of programs. They pay 3 persons to go to the farm and look each animal to say, oh, you have a score number 3, 4, and 5. So we are putting this into our software also to do it automatically.
Could you help the buyers assess the value of the cattle and then also cheapen or be a sort of an auditor of the quality of that cattle? I know that with chicken they kind of insert like water sometimes to get better weight. I don't know if people like play with scales when they're trying to sell the cattle, but could you be an extra layer of auditing in a way or certifying for the quality of that cattle? Is that another opportunity for you?
The opportunity that we see first is we generate a 3D that can be uploaded so easily to our website. So e-commerce would be easier, and we could eliminate the intermediate with that. About the scale stuff, normally they leave the cow for overnight, and to wait in the next day. But normally they pay, especially the companies that pay to kill the animal, to make the meat, they pay based on their scale, not on the scale that lives there. But we are also seeing an opportunity to see, since we are monitoring, our plans to monitor a lot of farms in Brazil, how we can also use the big data platform with different ways.
How you plan to reach these farms? I mean, the distribution strategy.
Right. About the marketing, we have a digital authority that's just launched on Sunday about early adopters, and we got all these 90 farmers wanting and calling and everything. So they are helping us with a low cost right now. And we want to have also service providers that are already on the trust of the farmers, just like zootechnists, veterinary, and they can sell Olho do Dono and make a commission fee. And so it's at their best interest that the farmers use in the best way and stay as long as they can use the product. So that's how we want to scale about the commercialization. But to scale, we send this camera to the farm, and we already did that. And we go and do a remote access and explain then, show some videos, explain how to use. They film some calls, come back, we access and say, that's okay, you should do that, or you just correct this and that, and then they use normally. It's very easy to implement. So to scale, we are going to do a remote assistance.
How does your practice compare against the best in the world, like in US or Japan or elsewhere?
And how much does it cost?
It's
the camera.
3,000 reais. I'm sorry, how is my technology compared to the best in the world?
Yeah.
We researched a lot. We never seen anything like this. And what we saw is just the automatic scale with also the ear tag to automate the process. But in this way, the cow still needs to walk a long distance until the corral, and it loses weight because of that. It can break a leg. So that's why they don't do it. And they scale, and even the structure to have a scale, it's not the price only of the scale. The structure is very expensive all around the scale. And if you have like cows confined, you would need to have a lot of scale to do this to monitor daily, you know.
Two questions. The first one is related to Hans is, there's been a fair amount of companies that have actually tried to do this for humans. They're trying to see how they're doing in terms of weight.
Right.
And as far as I know, the technology is harder to develop, even for a human standing still versus an animal that is moving fast.
Right.
So if you've seen that. And then on the hardware, and then on the technology, how much of the IP is the hardware versus the software? And how hard is that do you think, to replicate?
Okay, all the IP is on the software. The camera, we are always validating cheaper cameras. We want it to be really cheap for our customers. So all the IP are on the software. And we've been seeing articles saying how to weight a cattle with images since 1940. And every year they publish new articles, but no one could do it since then to now. And these articles only have like 100, 200 animals to do. So we did a lot of trying. We found out 1,000 ways of how not to weight a cow until we got this formula. And so that's where the IP is. And I mean, it's hard to replicate. People would need the database that we have. It takes time to get it. And also it takes time to develop. So we are launching now, and we are running as fast as we can to be the first and the most, remembered in market.
The camera is still, so you go into the ground and you put it in a place. Could you tie it to a drone and then have it go to further distances and better utilize it?
It's a great question. It's in our roadmap. But when you fly drones close to cows, they go away. Right. We did this test here already. So we have to fly really high, and the camera distance and everything is not yet ready for this.
Yeah.
But it is in our roadmap to do it. Even satellite would be great, but the precision is not good for what we need right now.
What is your precision level? What's your variance level for getting cows weight?
Yeah, right. On the group, on the individual, average is 5%. Could be less, could be more, but average 5%. In the group is 1%. And we've been talking to farmers. This is good enough for them to see. Because
what's 5% in dollars to a farmer?
In dollars, like a cow costs 2,000 reais would be $500. So it would be 5% of $500. But I'm comparing with scales all over Brazil. The same farmer doesn't have the calibration between scales. So we try to do a pre-calibration. We take a scale there and go up there, but we see it's not calibrated. Now we are comparing with a traditional scale. When you compare with ourselves and you start to comparing how it was yesterday, how it was now, you can see how it's growing better than comparing to a scale.
If you're as good as you say, we're happy to help you regarding US and China, introduce you to DJI to figure out if you do a drone with them.
Thank you. It would be great. I appreciate that.
There you go. Perfect. One more round of applause for Olho de Dono.
Thank you.